Russia is preparing to conduct full-scale nuclear trials, and on Russian propaganda broadcasts they said that residents of the Baltic countries should be punished. I'm Albina Pidhirnyak. More on this coming up. In the Kharkiv region, Russians deliberately killed 2 civilians and a dog. The people were walking with a white flag, leaving their homes to move to a safer place. But that didn't stop the terrorists. The Russian occupiers struck the civilians with a drone, filmed it and spread the video in their channels, claiming it was done by Ukrainians. Rescuers have shown how the evacuation of people in the Kharkiv region is being carried out. People are being strongly urged to leave their homes and relocate because their lives are in serious danger. In the temporarily occupied territories of Ukraine, Russians are forcing children to join a special organization called UnArmia. There are already several known cases where once these teenagers reached adulthood, they were sent from this organization to fight against Ukraine, where they were killed. In other words, Ukrainian children are being forced to fight against their own country. I want to show you one of the events organized by UnArmia, a so-called drone festival.
Today, the Young Guards, together with the youth army of the city of Mariupol, are holding a UAV festival at the Nevskaya school. Our main task is to popularize this type. This is not only engineering work, but also the flight part. So today our guys first conducted a briefing, where they talked about the basics and about the points that need to be paid attention to. And now, directly within the framework of the sports hall, we conduct piloting, training flights. We will continue to develop this area, which is very promising and relevant. The scope of application is so wide and is not limited, for example, only to the zone of a special military operation. Therefore, the future belongs to high technology. Well, our most important task is not to lag behind.
The insanity in Russia is growing to an unprecedented rate. For example, Russian singer Gazmanov recently said on a propaganda show that people from the Baltic countries who live peacefully in their democratic countries should now be punished.
Invincible. I think that there will be no way out. Either the entire Baltic states will be with Russia again, or we have given them Klaipeda, this corridor that they have blocked, access to our region, right? They had no access to the Baltic Sea. Here, they gave half of the Curonian Spit. We gave it all to them. Is this how they behave after that? How can you not punish them? Well, you have to. We need to dot the I's then. If this is the case, then it should be different.
Meanwhile, Putin said the day before that Russia isn't threatening anyone. Yet, at the same time, he was actively telling journalists how Russia is developing new types of weapons and launching the Oreshnik system into mass production.
On the basis of such power plants, a new generation of types of weapons is already being created. Moreover, the development of the next generation of nuclear-powered cruise missiles has begun. Their speed will be more than 3 times the speed of sound, and in the future they will become hypersonic. We recently discussed this with some of our colleagues in this building. Serial production of the Oreshnik medium-range missile system has begun this year, and we will put the systems with the Sarmat heavy intercontinental missile on experimental combat duty next year. Dear friends, our country does not threaten anyone. Russia, like all other nuclear powers, is developing its nuclear potential, developing its strategic potential. Everything we are talking about now is a long-announced work. All our plans to create advanced weapons systems, to develop the military-industrial complex, to provide the Russian army and navy with modern equipment and weapons are being implemented.
Dear viewers, thank you for watching this video. Give it a like and leave a comment. I will be grateful for your activity and communication. Take care. See you soon.